I don't remember being a fan of The Rescuers when I was a child, but I have been told that I was. Recently watched the first film for what I'm considering the first time and really thoroughly enjoyed it. So I was really keen to explore The Rescuers Down Under. And unfortunately, I didn't find it quite as interesting. And what's up with all of these people kidnapping children? I find it a very dark tale for Disney to do with when there's a more contemporary. It's fine when it's like Snow White and it seems unrealistic, but this one I find not that interesting. Also, I'm aware there's no kidnapping in Snow White. Rescuers Down Under, 1990, so about a decade and a half after the first film, but it doesn't feel too modernised. We still have Miss Bianca and Bernard as our protagonists, because of course mice live that long. The narrative itself starts off with a child kidnapping, and he has been held by a poacher who is desperate to find this golden eagle, and he believes that this boy knows where this eagle is. And it takes such a long time to actually get anywhere. It starts off with this little boy and this beautiful eagle, gorgeous animations, and it takes us so long to meet the mice. I was starting to think that the mice weren't in it, even though I knew they were. So by that point, by the time we get to Miss Bianca and Bernard, I was starting to lose a bit of patience. It hadn't held my attention that much. Then we meet the mice again, and I thought, all right, here we go. This is where the fun kicks in. And when the mice are on screen and when they are our prominent characters, yeah, I don't mind it. I love their interactions. I think Bob Newhart and Eva Gabor are absolutely fantastic. John Candy as Wilbur, I really loved. And those scenes, particularly when we are first reintroduced to those characters of Miss Bianca and Bernard, I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought, okay, this is where the action kicks in. But then, once they kind of end the main crux of their journey and they set out to help this boy, I just lost interest again. And I don't know if the problem is the character or of the boy and the poacher. Do I care about them? I feel like it lacked the emotional quality that the first film did. With the first film, we were dealing with a little girl who was an orphan. We have that brilliant Rufus character, the cat, absolutely loved him. It had a lot more to tug on the heartstrings, and we had a fantastic villain. Madam, oh my goodness, Madam somebody can remind me what she's called. But I thought she looked visually brilliant. There was nothing outside of the mice in The Rescuers Down Under that I found to be very good. Apart from Joanna. I thought Joanna, as a character, I really liked her and found her very creepy. And actually, even though I still don't really remember having seen this as a child, I do remember Joanna. And I think she scared me quite a bit. Also worth noting that I have an aunt called Joanna, so I think maybe there was an emotional connection between the character, but my aunt's not a lizard, so I don't know what really my memory was doing with that, but absolutely as a character I thought she was a brilliant, brilliant creation and kind of slightly helped to save the film. Directed by Hendel Butoy and Mike Gabriel. As a sequel, it's not what I'd hoped for, but what I perhaps could have expected. It's quite weak, it's not as good, it's not as emotional, it's not as strong. The performances from Bob Newhart and Eva Gabor and John Candy are absolutely brilliant. The characters remain true to who they were in the first film, but unfortunately the narrative itself, the situation that the mice are trying to resolve, I found quite dull and not very interesting. Had Joanna not been in those scenes, I would have found it almost unbearable. I just feel like it's very underdeveloped, nowhere near as good as the first film. Maybe if I hadn't seen the first film, I might have thought of this more highly because it would have been a more innovative, unique narrative. But because I know how much quality can be in this story with the first film, I know they could have done a lot better. Rescuers Down Under is not awful, but by no stretch is it anywhere near as good as the first film.